A few days ago, I shared a video on LinkedIn that exposed the myth of 33%. That is that 33% of your turnover in your accountancy practice should be spent on staff costs, or that's the target, that's the productivity ratio that you should be aiming for. Now, as a part of my mastermind group, I benchmark each of the members, and I've also gone out to the wider market as well. And my statistics show that that target should be nearer 42 to 52%. So the 33%, the third metric, in my opinion, is almost impossible, if not impossible, to achieve. Now, in that video, I went on to share the 4 ways that you could take, the 4 actions or strategies that you could take in order to achieve that magic 33%. And at the end of the video, I said that as a practitioner, I wouldn't want to undertake any of those 4 strategies. So those 4 strategies were: 1, work your team harder; 2, underpay your team; 3, increase or inflate the prices that you charge to your customer for the amount of work that's involved; and then finally, cut corners or do a worse job. So don't do the job that you was actually paid to do. Now, that video went live on LinkedIn, and over the period of a few days, there was a number of comments around 2 alternative strategies that you could undertake in order to hit that magic 33%. One of those strategies was around improving efficiencies through systems, and, as you would guess, most often through the implementation of cloud-based technologies or systems to improve the way that we're doing. Now, I'm out this morning walking along the Norfolk coast. I'm just outside Blakeney, a little place called Clay. And whilst I'm walking along the beach, I got thinking about the 3 technologies that we have implemented within my practice in order to make us more efficient, and what they would have been in the last sort of 3 to 5 years. And I could only really come up with 3. So the first one that came to mind was bank feeds. And of course, if the bank feeds are set up and are working correctly, either in Xero or in QuickBooks, then that makes our life more easier, whether it's because we're doing the bookkeeping or the customers are presenting a set of records to us with the bank reconciled. So of course, if the bank's reconciled, we have less work to do. The second piece of technology that I think's helped us become more efficient is Receipt Bank, or QuickBooks, not QuickBooks, or Auto Entry, which is the one that we use within our practice. Now, obviously, if we're using that, it's automatically processing the invoices, and therefore that makes us more efficient. Or alternatively, the customers are using it, and therefore it's less likely that they're posting the invoices in the wrong place. So that's number 2. The third one that I came up with was Zoom, and our ability now to have meetings over the internet without having to travel to the customers or support them and help them over the internet without having to have a long-winded telephone call or having actually to have a face-to-face meeting. So out of all of the different things that have been presented to me over the last 5 years, they were the first 3 things that I think have significantly improved the way that our practice works and the efficiencies in our practice, and therefore enables us to reduce the team cost to turnover ratio. However, even though we've implemented those 3, we are, as I said at the beginning, absolutely nowhere near that magic 33%. Now, that got me thinking on my walk. Perhaps I'm missing something. Perhaps I'm missing some magic efficiencies that we should be introducing in our practice. So I'm going to throw it out open to you. Below this video, in the comments, can you share with me the 3 things that you've implemented in your practice over the last 12 months, 36 months, or 5 years that you believe have helped reduce your labour costs as a proportion to the fee that you're charging? Just type it in the comments. Don't need a long script, just 3 words, the 3 things that you've done. And then what I'll do is I'll pull together a report, and everybody that comments, I'll make sure you get a copy of that report so you can see if you're missing anything as well. If you look at the comments and somebody's already put bank feeds, then make sure that you put bank feeds in as well if that's one of yours, because the more people that put the more things, the same thing in, then the higher it will be up in the report, and the more clear it will be to everybody that that's the thing that they should be doing in order to improve the efficiencies within their practice. That's it. Go do it now.